Meeting will come to order. Please join me in a flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Hastings, would you please call the roll?
No. Mr. Brady,
Here.
Mr. Dalton. Here. Mrs. Dam.
Here.
Mrs. Gilman.
Here.
Mrs. McGovern.
Here.
Mr. Schneider. Here. Ms. Stevens.
Here.
Mrs. Tallarico.
Here.
Mr. McCarthy.
Here. Wonderful. President's report. So we have a lot in front of us today, and we have a lot of wonderful things that we get to do. I had a college professor used to tell me that leaders look up, right? And oftentimes we as a people, we tend to focus on what's directly in front of us, all the problems that we're facing, the things that we're dealing with. Very rarely do we stop to look up. And one of the fortunes that we have as a district this week is to stop and to look up at all of our students who are moving up in the world. Okay. And that's a beautiful thing. We have students who are moving from pre-K to kindergarten, from kindergarten into their first grade program, from fourth grade to fifth grade, from eighth grade to high school. And we have high schoolers who will be graduating this week. And with that, it is a time of celebrations. I'm sure our administration and our teachers are looking forward to the end of it all, as well as our parents. But I would like to take this opportunity to give a big thank you on behalf of this Board of Education to our teachers, to our administrators, for what you have done this year to take all of these students and the future of our town and our country and to move them forward and to move them up. We owe that thanks to you every year, and we wouldn't be able to do this without all of you. On behalf of the Township of Ocean Board of Education, we are greatly appreciative of the legacy that you are instilling in all of our students. It means the world to us. So thank you very much. And with that, let's move on.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's so wonderful to see so many of you here this evening. We are so excited to honor our retirees, and I'm also so happy to see so many guests here as well to join in the recognition of this tremendous group of people and the legacy that they have built and will be leaving here in our district. There are many people here that are going to join me in the honoring of our retirees, our principals. Our board president is going to help with the plaques that are over here. So if the principals would please come up, and Mr. McCarthy, if you could help us here with the plaques. And also our Township of Ocean Educators Association President and Vice President, Mrs. Connolly and Mr. Siciliano are also here as well to honor. And if I forgot anyone who's here to greet our retirees, as I call them up, you can please join on the side. And retirees, as I call your names and talk a little bit about you, if you could please come up this way and greet the leaders that you worked with for so many years. And then you'll come over here to Mr. McCarthy, who will provide you with your plaque. Okay, very good. Perfect. All right. And if we need any help, just pause. Just tell me to pause. Well, you can. Okay. Tonight, I have the honor of recognizing this group of retirees who together have given this school district 394 years of service. It is incredible to think about. I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that you have touched this district and you have left your impact and you have left your legacy on our students, on your colleagues, and on our schools. And we will be forever in debt to the work you have done, each and every one of you, in the various roles you have played. As I begin, when I call your name, just please come this way and allow me to speak a little bit about you. First, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Adalia Amiguel, who began in this district in the year 2000, serving 25 years as a Spanish teacher at the Township of Ocean Intermediate School. We want to congratulate you and thank you for your service. And Miss Amenguel, if you would just come across the front, then we're gonna congregate over here. Maybe principals, this would be helpful, right? If you come across the front. Yes. You're that's just fine. Keep coming, John. All right, and so we're gonna go across over to the backdrop. Next up, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Carol Beta, who began her career here in Ocean in 2003. She worked 22 years as an interventionist in our district, in a number of our schools, finishing her career at the Township of Ocean Intermediate School. Congratulations, Mrs. Beta. Next, I'd like to recognize Mr. Coakley, who I do not think could be here this evening. However, I would just like to recognize that he began working in our district in 2003, serving 22 years in our Buildings and Grounds Department as a maintenance employee. Congratulations on your appointment. I'd also like to recognize Mrs. Jean Collins, who could not be here this evening, but I still would like to recognize that Mrs. Collins began her career in Ocean in the year 2000, serving 25 years in our district as a special education teacher at Ocean Township High School. Congratulations, Mrs. Collins. Next, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Andrea Donner. Please come on up, Mrs. Donner. She began her career in Ocean in 2004, serving 21 years as an English as a second language teacher at Wanamassa School. Congratulations, Mrs. Donner.
Thank you. Congratulations.
This is a good walk to make, right? Okay, next I'd like to introduce Mrs. Diana Dunich. Come on up, Diana. Career in our school district in 1997, serving 28 years as an instructional assistant, finishing her career at the Ocean Township Elementary School. Thank you for your service and congratulations, Mrs. Dunich. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Gary Hemphill. Gary, come on up. Gary began his career in 1982, serving 43 years as a bus driver in our transportation. Thank you for your service. Next, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Karen Kasajensky. Mrs. Kasajensky, come on up. Karen began her career with us in 2006, serving 19 years as the school nurse at the Township of Ocean Intermediate School. Oh, yeah.
Surviving neurovirus.
Yes.
Thank you. Congratulations, Karen.
No shirts.
Nurse would keep everybody on.
Many years of caring for students and staff, Mrs. Kasajensky. Okay, next up, I'd like to recognize Mrs. Rochelle Lesney. Rochelle, come on up. Mrs. Lesney began her career in Ocean in 1994, serving 31 years as a secretary in the maintenance department. She helped many of our directors through their time here, providing a great service to our district. Congratulations, Mrs. Lesney. Next, I'd like to recognize Mr. Paul Looney, who I know could not be here this evening. But Mr. Looney began his career in our district in 1989, serving 36 years as an English teacher at Ocean Township, finishing his career at Ocean Township High School. We'd like to congratulate Mr. Looney. Next, I'd like to recognize Mrs. Lena Milling. Mrs. Milling, come on up. Mrs. Milling began her career in Ocean in 2001, serving 24 years in our district in many roles, finishing her career as a fourth grade teacher at Wayside Elementary School. Third grade at Wayside Elementary School. Next, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Kimberly Repko. Mrs. Repko served our district beginning in 2014 for 11 years as an instructional assistant at Wayside Elementary School. Thank you, Mrs. Repko, for your service. Thank you. Next, I'd like to recognize Mrs. Michelle Rogers, who could not be here this evening. Mrs. Rogers began her career in Ocean in 2007, serving 18 years as a special education teacher at Ocean Township High School. Congratulations and thank you, Mrs. Rogers. And topping the list of years of service, I'd like to recognize Mr. Carl Schneider. Mr. Schneider served this school district beginning in 1980 for 45 years as a custodian at Wayside Elementary School. Mr. Schneider, this district owes you a debt of gratitude for your commitment and your service to us. If you would please, you could stay right here. Thank you, Mr. Schneider. And last, but certainly not least, I'd like to recognize Mrs. Jeanette Speck. Come on up, Mrs. Speck. Mrs. Speck began her career in our school district in 2001, serving 24 years as a social studies teacher at the Township of Ocean Intermediate School, serving proudly our middle school students, raising them to be civic-minded citizens of the world. Mrs. Speck, here you go. No, you're not done yet. All right, we'd like to get the whole group of retirees, I think probably in front here would be best, right? If you would just kind of move to the slide over, you can block all of us, yeah? Move to the center here and we're gonna get a picture of all of you together. That's probably good. That's probably far enough. There you go. No. That's okay. Go ahead. Yep. If you would get together, and families, you're welcome to stand up and take a photo as well. Few more, just give it it looks like we're taking just a couple more. Keep smiling. Keep smiling.
Great.
Once again, I'd like to be, was that all the photos? Okay. Once again, I'd like to congratulate these five. For their combined 394 years of service. Congratulations, Spartans, you will be missed. Mr. President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mrs. Walton. I appreciate that.
He shows me his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they double.
Survived neurovirus and COVID.
No, take the photo, take the photo. Yes, you want to retire once. Hopefully. So I said,
Thank you for coming.
I saw something.
Yeah, I did. Unbelievable, isn't it? 45 years of service. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Congratulations.
Good to see you, Billy. Good.
No. That's your like.
Thank you.
Have a good last 2 days, guys. Jam be done tonight.
No.
All right, with that, Mr. Hastings, would you please give us your school business administrator's report?
I have nothing to add from our workshop report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hastings. I appreciate that. Public comment on any item. Moment, please, apologies. Board of Education recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of allowing members of the public to express themselves on school matters of community interest. Public comment is not a question and answer session. Specific questions can be directed to the administration. The superintendent's contact information is available upon request and also on our school website. We encourage you to contact her with any questions. Public participation shall be governed by the following rules. Each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 5 minutes in duration. No participant may speak more than once on the same topic until all others who wish to speak on that topic have been heard. The presiding officer may request any person to leave the meeting when that person does not observe reasonable decorum. Would anyone from the public like to make a comment on anything at this time?
I found the rest of my notes. Alex Hayes Oakhurst.
Welcome, Mrs. Higgs.
There are 4 entries. I think it's under the bill list for bus aids, but an outside service. It said 4 separate entries and it totaled $28,000, and that's to ASS. I'm just wondering if I can get clarification, maybe in an email or a conversation tomorrow or sometime, probably from Mr. Hastings, on what that means. 4 entries, $7,000 each-ish from ESS about bus aids. I also had some time off from you guys, so I actually paid attention a little more to these bills. I saw that we only got $34,000 in Medicaid reimbursement from what I looked at on one of the bills, and we were anticipating $100,000. So that's a $65,000 difference. So I'm just curious, with all the federal grant cutting and federal budget cutting, if this is just one of the examples of all the cuts going on in our presidential administration that are finally trickling down to this district. Wondering if you could clarify or give me some insight on that. Also curious as to the $49,000 judgment against the school district that was on one of the line items on that same document. It was page 10 of one of the bills. It said judgments against school district, $49,000. So I was wondering what that really entails. I feel like I haven't seen that in a while, forever. And then 2 more things. So we're taking out $135,000 out of the maintenance reserve today. You approved that, I think, in the first meeting, unless that's officially going to be voted on today. But in the notes, it says for required activity mentioned in the plan. Like, so it really doesn't say what the heck you're spending money on or why you're taking $140,000 out. It would be really awesome for the public if maybe these agenda item descriptions could have a little bit more description in them. And then finally, I touched upon this probably like 2 or 3 times ago when I was here. You keep bringing up, we're a board of the whole, we're a board of the whole, when somebody says something in a committee that you guys don't like. And I think Mr. Dalton and Ms. Tallarico hit the nail on the head tonight. You need to stop saying you're a board of the whole when you have committee structures. Also, when you have committees that only select people belong to, get to meet with others, kind of meet in secret. You don't do committee reports. So I agree with Mr. Dalton. Why don't you pick what this board is? Either a committee of the whole or you're not. It was also pretty, I'd almost say upsetting to see President McCarthy cut off Ms. Tallarico. At the very end, she was mid-sentence and you cut her off. I mean, it's par for course. I get it. That seems to be what you do generally. But may I advise you maybe look back at the video? Because you let other people speak and you didn't even let her finish her sentence. And you said it was under the guise of we need to finish up for this 8 o'clock meeting. But I looked at the clock and it was 7:55. It wasn't a good look. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Hayes. Do we have any other members of the public who would like to make any comment on any item at this time? Wonderful. Mrs. Conway, do we have anyone in the queue who would like to comment on anything at this time?
No, Mr. President, there are no commenters.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Mr. Dalton, approval of minutes, please.
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy. Motion to approve item 5.1, approval of minutes from the executive session on June 3rd.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hastings, would you call the roll?
Approval of minutes 5.1. Mr. Brady,
Yes.
Mr. Dalton,
Yes.
Mrs. Dam,
Yes.
Mrs. Gilman,
Yes.
Mrs. McGovern,
Yes.
Mr. Schneider,
Abstain.
Ms. Stevens,
Yes.
Ms. Tallarico,
Abstain.
and Mr. McCarthy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mrs. McGovern, personnel.
Move to approve items 6.1 through 6.17. Can I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hastings, would you call the roll?
This is all items 6-1 through 6-17. Mr. Brady,
Yes.
Mr. Dalton,
Yes.
Mrs. Dam,
Yes.
Mrs. Gilman,
Yes to all except 6.10. No, vote for Mr. Appicelli, recuse.
So just as a point of clarity, that was a recusal for
Yes.
Mr. Appicelli. Thank you.
Ms. McGovern,
Yes.
Mr. Schneider,
Yes.
Ms. Stevens,
Yes.
Mrs. Talarico,
Yes.
Mr. McCarthy.
Yes,
Motion's carried.
thank you, Mrs. McGovern. Financial Management and Resource Services, Mrs. Dan?
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy. I think this is an item record number. Move to approve 7.1 through 7.39.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hastings, would you call the roll?
This is item 7-1 through 39. Mr. Brady,
Yes.
Mr. Dalton,
Yes.
Mrs. Dam,
Yes.
Mrs. Gilman,
Yes to all except 7.18, recuse from Camp David and recuse from Bush Law.
And so just as a point of information, I believe that's 724 recusal from Bush Law.
I thought it was under contracts as well.
So I believe then it would be 18. It's a point of inquiry then for Mr. Hastings. Would that be 18 and 24 or just 18?
Because I thought it was under 18. It's also under 24.
I believe 18 is just the acknowledgement of who we have contracts with. So they're not really approving anybody. It's just an acknowledgement of who has contracts, so.
So then
but-
it's
To remain safe, you could recuse from both. too?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy.
So for the record, that's a recusal from 7.18.
7:18 and 7:24.
Thank you.
Ms. McGovern,
I don't believe I need to. I will recuse from 7.18 and 7.24 on Bush Law. Yes to all else.
thank you. Mr. Schneider,
Yes.
Ms. Stevens.
Yes.
Ms. Talarico,
Yes.
Mr. McCarthy.
Yes to all. I will also recuse from 7.18 and 7.24 on Bush Law.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Hastings. Instruction, education, and student activities, Mr. Dalton.
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy. Motion to approve items 8.1 through 8.6.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Hastings, would you call the roll?
8-1 through 8-6, Mr. Brady,
Yes.
Mr. Dalton,
Yes.
Ms. Dam,
Yes.
Mrs. Gilman,
Yes.
Mrs. McGovern,
I'm gonna abstain from 8.1, but yes to all else.
Mr. Schneider,
Yes.
Ms. Stevens.
Yes.
Ms. Talarico,
Abstain.
thank you. Mr. McCarthy,
Yes.
motion's carried.
Do I have any old business from any members of the board? Do I have any new business from any members of the board? Mrs. Gilman.
I just wanted to echo your sentiments and Miss Weldon and wishing my fellow retirees happy days and relaxing times. And a great big thank you for everything that you've done for our district. I know they're probably on their way to a celebration, but I just wanted it to go on record that everything that you have done is well appreciated by everybody up here and parents and everyone in the community. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Gilman. Any other new business from any members of the board? Wonderful. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
This meeting is adjourned.